Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here from GuitarJamz.com. Welcome back. Got a nice classic rock one for you today. Also, I have some bonus blues licks in the famous style of. You can click the link down there and check those blues licks out. But let's zoom in and start rocking out. Here we go. All right, let's go. So that's the first thing I'm going to teach you. And basically, it starts with octaves, meaning they're the same note, an octave apart. So we're going to put our ring finger on the 13th fret of the G string, and then our index finger is a whole step lower on the A string, the 11th fret. And you theoretically should be able to strum the entire guitar, but only hear that note and that note. And how do you do that? Well, you do it by the index finger and the ring finger hitting their target notes, but then letting the rest of the finger mute the other strings. How do you mute the low E? The tip of my index finger is just touching it. So in some ways it's simple, in some ways it's difficult. It's not something you're going to get overnight. You just want to keep doing it, don't avoid it, and it'll get better. It'll work itself out. But so whatever note you're playing on the G string, your index finger would be a whole step lower and a string across. So we're going to go like this. So we do 13 to 12, and that would be 11 to 10. Okay, then we move that whole shape down a whole step, so that would be 10, and that would be 8. Sorry, here we go. Then we're going to do it once, and then once a whole step up, like that. When you put it all together, if you looked at one finger, if you looked at this finger, put them together. Then we scoot it up a string. So now ring finger's on the 12th fret of the D, and index finger is on the 10th fret of the low E there. And we hit that twice. When you put it all together, boo-doo-doo-doo. So it's just straight from the D minor pentatonic scale. Ring finger starts on the 12th fret of the A string. Then we go to the 10th fret of the D. And then bum, 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 2 times on that 12th fret of the D string. Like that. Here it is from the top. Dig this. Dig this, Guitar Jams. To your fire. Oh, kick it off. Okay, now we need the next section. This section, when you just play it on guitar, it doesn't sound as cool without the bass and drums. The bass is doing this really cool bing bang do ga do 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 ding dang do ga do dong ga dig dig. You know, it's really grooving, and the chords are kind of more holding out. Dun dun dee da 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 dee da da. I'm going to show that to you, but just keep in mind the groove is the rhythm section on that part. Now if I put some distortion on, sounds a little more authentic. So check this out. It just looks like what we normally learn as an F chord. F, whole step to G, whole step to A, whole step to B, half step to C, whole step to D. So that's a D major chord right there. Get our thumb to hit the 10th fret on the low E, which is the root, D. The A string space, you could mute the A string with your thumb or your ring finger. I kind of mute it with both. I'm not a big thummy kind of guy, but it's definitely the way Hendrix does this stuff. And you're holding that, and you're just going to add your pinky up to the 12th fret of the high E, and this would become D9, D add 9. So it's... Then we just move that whole shape down a whole step with our thumb now on the 8th fret, and we're just holding that 9, so you'd call this C add 9. Favorite chord of Hendrix's. And you let that one ring out. So this one's like, and then this one's like that. Do, 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 do. So we've got a D power chord taking over. 10th fret, 12th fret. D5, D power chord. So we got 2, 3, do, 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 whole step down, do, 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 do. Then we go to the 5th fret, A power chord. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go up, back up to the one right before it. So that's the 8th fret. Okay, so that's a little bridge before the solo. Now the solo is interesting. It's doing the same thing as the chorus, but up a whole step. So it starts on an E now. So let's see. So, I mean, it's doing the same thing up a whole step and then back down for the solos, but it's really more the bass doing it. And there's just some cool stuff that's kind of in the E pentatonic for that beginning solo part. You can do something like this. You're going to bend up that 15th fret and back down. He's doing lots of that. So we're going to do... So we're doing this bend on the B string, and then we're rolling over to the 12th on the G. And then the same thing. And I'm doing like a hammer-on pull-off between the 15 and the 12 on the B. And it's just messing with stuff like that. So, you know, you've got the E, 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 D, 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 D. And you could even solo over the E part in your E pentatonic. And then down. You know, like for the live application when I've covered it, you know, sometimes you just jam out for a while and cue the band when it goes back into the... You know, that kind of thing. So lots of just pentatonic stuff that's going on there between the E and the D. All right, let me play the whole thing from the top. Bridge, down a whole step, then the 5th fret, back up, and then we're going to be doing licks over E, and then over D, so forth and so on. And that should get you through. You know, if you're adventurous, you know, start jamming it. All right, hope that helped you. Remember, I've got some bonus blues licks that can go right along with this tune right down there. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in another lesson real soon. Take care.